I'll tell you why, Donovan. Because if the NFL is going to keep torturing me, then I have to keep torturing you. Oh, you know, I got to get the bot started. Actually, I think it was already on, wasn't it? Yeah, it is. Here we go. What's up, guys? Guys and girls. Not that there's any girls here, though, because, you know, true sausage fest. True sausage fest in this mug, man. What's going on, guys? Wow, look at that. Even look back at your comments that were old. Triple N November. Wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. Triple N November. Did you just like repeat the? Did you repeat the word November and all of that, Marcus? So was it 3 N's or 4 N's? Well, but you just said triple N November, so that's 4 N's, not 3. You repeated yourself. You know what? We get all that. We get the same type of thing all the time at work, man. People do that kind of weird stuff, although not in the same regard that you do that. Oh. Oh, excuse me. They're wearing Color Rush tonight, really. You haven't seen a single Cowboys game hidden in the 1 o'clock games. Okay. They're wearing all white? That's going to be confusing, I think, if that's really what they're doing. They're going to blend in with Dallas too much. Possibly. All right, guys, let's do some bets here. 3-minute bets. 0 for Dallas, 1 for New York, 0 for Cowboys, 1 for Giants. So Ahmad is back to being number 1. Cowboys will wear their blue uniforms. Bro, well, what uniforms are those? Because they're home jerseys? No. So they're wearing their Color Rush then too. No, well. I mean, these are the blue ones though, right? I mean, they look blue to me. I just think they look, the white pants will mix in, or like, I don't know. They're not white, they're gray technically, but it's alternate jerseys. This one? Is this what you're talking about, Marcus? Okay. Sounds great. Look at that. All right, let's go ahead and... They need all gray? Why is that? You know, I didn't check. What's the weather supposed to be like for this game? Clear. Wow. Should be cold. Nice and cool. Because gray looks really good on everyone. I don't know about that, but... I don't know about all that.
Hey everybody, it's the coach,
Nope.
and this is Monday Night Football on EA.
Nope, definitely not.
Coming up, we'll see fourth-year quarterback Dak Prescott.
Definitely not,
and the
Donovan.
Dallas Cowboys as they square off against the number 6.
I'm sorry, that I
pick,
can't agree
Daniel
with,
Jones,
actually.
and the New York Football Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the
I
call.
did, dude. I
Here are
died
Rena
inside
Gunn
a little
and
bit.
Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get
Well, I
set to
mean,
match up with the Dallas Cowboys.
I didn't exactly root for them. I wasn't rooting for them. I was rooting against them. Or I was rooting against Baltimore. What's a squeegee? That looks useless. Oh god. Yeah, wait. I tried insulting Mike in a way. You know, just as a joke, of course. And he didn't understand my joke, so it kind of made it. It made my joke useless. If no one understands what you're talking about.
Washington with good health, they were winning the division last year late in the season. How about New York with the
Boo.
Giants trying to make their
Wait, who
move
you booing at? Are you
against
booing at Dallas or
division a
New
year
York?
ago? This division is so
All right, so
interesting.
Dallas
Saquon
kicking
Barkley
off.
in New York. Did you know that
You know, it kind of reminds me of their the jerseys from Tecmo Bowl.
Barkley's jersey
You're booing
underneath
Daniel
his
Jones.
outfit
Wow.
at the Masters in 2019 when Tiger won for the first time in a long time. Let's be honest about it. Saquon Barkley, he's pretty popular.
Put in Eli. Wow.
Let's talk about their quarterback, Daniel
Nah,
Jones.
man.
Found himself in about as
That-
tough a
that
spot
ship
as
has
a rookie
sailed.
quarterback could possibly have
It's
in his
gone.
fourth start in week 6 on the road, short week, missing a lot of weapons, and just matching up against what's been a historically strong defense to start.
So,
the
Donovan,
year
what's
and
your-
the defending
do
Super
you
Bowl
think
champion Patriots.
that Eli Manning
Saying it's a piece of
retires
cake,
after
right?
this year?
Any quarterback should roll out there and deal with that.
Do you think he's done after
One
this
thing that I
season?
came out of that game with is he really fits exactly what
Marcus,
his
why are you so
report is.
weird, man?
Never ruffled.
Oh, man.
No
Oh!
quit.
The hell? The pass got like batted at the line.
Just didn't have enough weapons to make a dent in it.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
Eli's going to Philly and winning them a Super Bowl. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Because teams come into every game with the idea that they want to limit his production and especially.
I mean, it can't happen this year now, right? Because trade deadline's already come and gone, right?
He
So,
would be limited throughout the game, then all of a
or
sudden there he goes out
whenever the hell it ends. So, I mean, it'll have to be
50,
soon.
60, 70 yards. He's a lot of fun to watch unless you're trying to defend him.
Now it's thrown left
Next year.
sideline. Here is complete. And he'll be
Why
out
would you
of
sign
bounds
Eli
across
Manning
the
as a
30-yard
backup
line.
quarterback? That makes absolutely no
Reception good
sense.
for 7. It's third down. Well, we see so
That would be
many
like
battles
asking
in
for
the
trouble.
NFC East, and
I mean, in
Cowboys
reality,
and
it would be
Giants,
asking
they
for
rarely
trouble. That doesn't even make
disappoint.
any
They didn't
sense.
disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35.
Oh.
That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4
First down.
touchdown passes. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's like starting Alex Smith over Pat Mahomes. You know, yeah, but you know what? I think that helped Pat Mahomes though by that happening.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. It's Barkley on the counter. He'll get 3 up to midfield. And now the defense for Dallas.
I agree. I think Tannehill has a smaller PP, Marcus. Especially because he was traded. So remember, that was a Miami Dolphins quarterback in Ryan Tannehill. So I mean, that used to play baseball or whatever, right?
Basketball player that had a chance to play in college as well.
Was 2012 when he was like drafted or something? Got the first pretty easily.
And Barkley did not get there.
What? Wait, what? Wait, I'm so confused. What? He ran past the line. How did? Wait, what?
Stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense. We always hear about the Cowboys rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well.
Oh my God! What? Oh my God! This game is retarded because he rocked forward on top of the guy's body. They consider that like him resetting his forward progress. Wow, this game is effing retarded. This game is effing retarded, dude. EA hashtag fix this fucking game. Excuse my language. Wow. Just wow. Oh, they shanked that punt too. 20. Wow. That was like a 18-yard punt.
Cowboys offense takes the field under the guidance of Dak Prescott, and it is just amazing how fortunes can change quickly in the NFL. You know, for Dak Prescott, free agent may even be a literal fortune. He was on top of the world after the Cowboys' 3-0 start, but since then, Charles, 3 straight losses.
And remember, they started the season with a schedule that seems to be favorable as we look at it now, right? I mean, open up the season beating up on the Giants. Then they went to Washington and beat up on the team in D.C. And then the Miami Dolphins at home. Dominated them, destroyed them. And then things toughened up a little bit, including a home loss against Green Bay. So I think Dak Prescott has continued to play well, but it's hard to maintain that hot start that he was on to begin the year.
Yeah, well, against the Jets, Week 6, he got the Cowboys to within 2 late, but couldn't find Jason Witten in the end zone for what could have tied the game in the final minutes on the 2-point conversion.
I think the big question for Dallas, how did they find themselves in a position that they needed a late touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie the New York Jets?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Oh man. Oh, down goes Prescott. Down goes Prescott. Nice blitz. Damn, they took out the halfback and freaking Prescott. They had like 2 blitz. How do they have 2 free blitzers like that? That's insane. Oh, look, Julius Peppers with the sack. Wait. He's not. Is he? He's Julius Peppers, right? No, he's the other Peppers, right? I always messed up his first name. Oh, Prescott's running. Oh my God! Wow, they just stopped him before the first. Jabril Peppers. That's what it is. And they both start with J. I call him Julius Peppers, not Jabril Peppers. Julius Peppers is not exactly a safety.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate.
Good punt. Oh, wow. Good punt.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Giants offense taking the field again here, sitting at 2-4, and as we mentioned earlier, Daniel Jones, after the hot start, struggling a little bit as of late. The most recent rendition, the loss to the Patriots. But I'll tell you what, Charles, Giants may be the early.
What's up, Damien? How's it going, dude?
They were missing 65%
What's been up to, man?
Yardage in that loss to New England.
And so that means you're talking about no Saquon Barkley at running back. His backup Wayne Gallman didn't play. Evan Ingram, one of the great young tight ends in the league. And Sterling Shepard, their #1 wide receiver. Yeah, it just keeps going on and on for them. But a thing you have to like if you're a Giants fan, the demeanor and the production of Daniel Jones. Continues to fire away, continues to make plays against very good defenses. Witness Minnesota and New England.
Week 7, they're home for Arizona, so you get the 1st pick and the 6th pick going head-to-head at quarterback.
Stop your whining. Oh, Jones back to pass. What the hell? How could they have not have executed that? It makes no sense.
Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice.
They can win against they should be able to win against the Jets. They should be able to possibly win against the Bears. They should be able to win against the Dolphins, the Redskins. So that's like 4 games they could reasonably win. Oh, shit. Oh, hit on the throw, but converts the first down. Oh, I thought he was getting safety. That's why I said, oh, shit, because I just looked up. I had seen, when I had looked where he was at getting ready to throw the ball, you just saw the defender, like, came right in, like, at the last second. Man, Daniel Jones got lucky there. Look at lucky man right there. Getting that ball out. Getting that ball out.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They won't even get it off. See? Told you.
We're scoreless after one.
Those bums. So 0-0, tie game through 1. Jets out here not firing Gase makes me sick. I mean, dude, it's his first season with them. Like, you can't, like, if you... you know, I there's nothing I can say, man. I just really can't. Like, it's like that like to hear that, like, honestly, it frustrates me. I'm not gonna lie, because if once you start that, dude. Remember, the Browns used to do that like every year. Like, literally, they go through a head coach once a year. They would have a new head coach, and look how well that worked out for them. Right? You don't want to start that trend. So I mean, you have to be able to live with your head coaches through the good and the bad, and you know, hopefully you see more good than bad. You know. Jones throws, caught, first down over the middle of the field. Well, I want to see improvement next year. Well. Yeah. I feel you, dude. I feel you. Really, I do. I was half tempted to create a video, a Browns-related video. To kind of just whine, bitch, and scream. Like, what the fuck, man? What are you doing? Yeah, but I'm kind of at a point now. I mean, again, it was my biggest concern the beginning of the season was coaching. You know, and for anyone who was here before the beginning of the season heard me say that. I said that many times, that my biggest concern about this season was not the players. It was how would the new coaching staff work out, because you had new head coach, you had new offensive, coaches. You know, they got rid of some long-term coaches that were there under Hugh Jackson, and I think we're even there before Hugh Jackson was there. I mean, they pretty much started from scratch from a coaching standpoint, and it's like.
This is Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
So that was the biggest question mark, and so now we've got our answers, and now it's like it's irritating, because it's like you got the talent and you don't even know if you're going to be able to maintain that next year now, because people are going to be pissed off, from a player standpoint, especially if you end in a losing season again, and you got all this talent on your roster and you're not maximizing your talent. It's just.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. A short gain.
Is Freddie Kitchens the answer? Well, I mean, here's the thing. Here's what I would have done. Here's what I would have done. What I would have done if I was John Dorsey, is I would have said, look, I would have said, well, here's the thing. So I know why they did this. So I'll explain, because this is the way the NFL works. So if they would have said, hey, Bounty Gate guy, I already forgot his name. But if they would have said, hey, Bounty Gate guy, we're gonna make you head coach,
The Giants on third down. They've been
One of the first, yeah, Greg Williams. So one of the,
This is 3rd and 10.
he would end up getting rid of Freddie Kitchens most likely, because essentially when you're head coach and they let you hire your own staff, and so I'm sure they didn't want to put him in a position where they said, well, look, we'll make you head coach, but you have to keep Freddie Kitchens on because we want him to work with Baker. He probably would have said no. So then they just, that's why in their mind, it was like, let's take the one thing that we had that was working at the end of last season and try to build on that. So, they were kind of, to me, you were stuck between a rock and a hard place when it came to Kitchens. You wanted him to be on, but you can't bring on a new head coach and say you have to keep this guy on, right?
And you can see the momentum.
So that was a conundrum they were in, and that's why they decided, in my opinion, that's why they decided what they did. I mean, and I think that's the only logical conclusion you can come to, was that, well, I mean, maybe they didn't want to make him head coach, but there was nothing else you could do with him. You couldn't keep him on if you brought in a new head coach. Otherwise, if Greg Williams was willing to play ball, then what I would have said was, look, Greg, like, on a provisional basis, like, I'm going to give you a short leash. Like, I'll start you off with maybe like a 1-year contract. I'll give you a 1-year contract. I will give you a 1-year contract knowing that, I may not extend you another year past this. It depends on how successful we are. You kind of let Freddie Kitchens be the OC, permanently, and then you let Greg Williams worry about managing the team, and then you figure out your defensive stuff. No, he can't be the GM because that's what freaking Dorsey is, dude. So, and Dorsey's doing a fine job at GM. I mean, again, like, I know like some of the discussions today was like, well, you want to, John Dorsey's not getting enough blame for Freddie Kitchens being the head coach because he makes that decision, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I get that, but what other decision, what else were you going to do realistically? That's my argument, is people don't really fully think through the situation that he was in to make the decision he made. Oh, touchdown, New York. They strike first. Polian should have bought the Colts. Oh, man. Yeah, but wasn't it Polian? Polian was the guy who got fired after Peyton got injured that one year and they had to draft Luck, right? Or was it someone else? Because Polian, I remember he was their GM, right? Or well, he was like one of the execs.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point.
It was Polian who got fired. Yeah, so I remember he was there for a long time. I remember they had what was the name of that dude, the QB coach? I forget his name. The dude that always like looked down and had his glasses hanging off his face, would always look over his glasses when he was looking down. Peyton's like personal like QB coach. That dude too. Remember him always hanging around? It's been a long time though since that, so I mean I can't really remember the dude's name. Tom Moore. See, you know what's weird is that I felt like his last name was Moore. In my head, I felt like his last name was Moore, so that came to mind. I mean, if that's who it is, then yes. But yeah, for some reason Moore came to mind. I just didn't want to say it and sound like I don't know what I was talking about really. But I know who I'm talking about though. Like I described him pretty well, I think. Firing Dungy was a bad idea. I mean, of course it was. I mean, Tampa Bay found out about that eventually.
Speaking of Dallas, we discussed their Week 6 loss to the Jets earlier. That's a head scratcher. Even though it's on the road, nobody saw them losing that, and now all of a sudden they're at 3-3.
And when you look for positives, that's what you just hit on. They're 3-3 and still tied for first in their division with Philadelphia. And if you really want to make things go away, at least for a little while, beat Philadelphia, take over first place by yourself. Oh, by the way, they play Sunday night in Arlington, Texas. That's a big ball game for them, a big ball game for Philly. And the bottom line is, if you win your division, no matter what the record, you go to the playoffs.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's
Oh,
Prescott.
what a bad throw. He didn't get fired though. He left on his own terms. Did he though?
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver division.
I mean, I didn't think Pagano was a bad switch.
Kansas City having lost their last 2, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge one in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games.
For some reason, I don't feel like Dungy left on his own terms, though.
5 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams.
Oh, down goes Prescott. Down goes Prescott. New York using timeouts now. Trying to maybe get some more points before half here somehow.
3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out.
Yeah, but I thought Marcus that
Pretty good spot. New York set to take the field. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position.
I thought that you were a Colts fan now, though.
Time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Got it. Mike, 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got one.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Jeez. Going deep. Oh, he had it, but then dropped it.
Complete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. All right, CD, let's have a little fun.
Wow, so someone literally had just went live on LiveMe, and whatever happened, this person had someone who gifted this girl already dropped $211K on her. Like literally as soon as she went live, $211K. Oh, look at Barkley with the moves.
Is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the south, Jacksonville.
Pretender. Houston now in control.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here.
That's just absurd. 200K in like one broadcast. That's insane right there. I mean, shit.
Ready? 18 Gator. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Right there. Get it.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
All right, end of the 2nd quarter. So we're end of the 1st half.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score.
Dude, they need to win twice. They need to beat Baltimore again. They need to win all their division matchup. Any division matchups they have to win.
And welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports.
Then you have at least
halftime
won
report.
7
This
games.
one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score.
So then
With
you
your
only at that
offense
point need to
really
win
able
one
get
more
on
game
track.
outside your division to
But
go
let's not
even.
waste
But
any time.
again, like at this
Be
point,
right
it's like
back
that's
out
rough.
with
Like
Brandon
unless you
and
win
Charles for the
like
second half.
the rest of your games from here on out, then you're staring at 500 or less. Possibly, you know, it's just. Why is everyone just standing like statues on the field? It's so weird. This game's funny sometimes.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Oh, they're
This is
returning
fielded
it.
at the goal line.
Oh, he gets past the 25.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Oh, Zeke gets the first.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Damn stuff.
No running room
Yeah,
for Zeke on first
yeah, I
down.
agree, Raider. I mean, I think this is probably this should be like anyone's game most likely. I don't know. Because remember when they played the first time, I believe Eli was starting. So I mean,
you and I both know it just takes a couple of
it's a little bit different now.
for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Oh,
2nd and 9. Prescott
gains a few yards. He's 4 yards.
Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Prescott back to pass. He's looking. Oh, caught for the first down.
First down and more inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40.
Crowd's booing. They're like, boo. Man, I finally ate all my ribs today. I finished all my ribs. I ate dinner at like 4:30. Like I was still working and I ate dinner because I was like hungry, but like I didn't want to like eat like another snack. I'm like, why don't I just eat dinner?
So the drive takes them into Giants
See how
territory.
good of an idea that was.
10, right at the 40. Now Elliott.
But for some reason, these ribs that I made, like they were so greasy. They were so greasy, like it was nasty. Like, you know how like if you have like really, and it's not like because I put oil on it or something like that. They just were really greasy. Like after
Sustained blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
you know, after like, you know how greasy food once it settles and you get like that kind of solid grease that starts to form, that white grease. It's like, oh my god, that could have been picked.
Second down. Prescott.
You know, there was a like the whole bottom of like where the ribs were, where all that oil dropped off, like formed like a big grease, like solid grease puddle or whatever. And it was so nasty. I don't know why they were so greasy. There was a lot of fat on some of the areas. I think it was just because of the natural fat from it, but man, it was like to the point where it was like disgusting. And that helped me understand why the other night, what was it? Saturday to Sunday. Yeah, it had to be, right? Saturday to Sunday, when I made them, like, Sunday morning I woke up because my stomach was really upset. Like, I kind of had, like, acid reflux, but grease really messes with my stomach, so usually that's why I don't try to eat, like, really greasy foods. Like, really greasy foods. Like, it just upsets my stomach to no end, so I avoid that as much as possible. I've never been big on grease or butter, you know, that kind of stuff. Even with eggs, oh man, easy first down. They may have another first down.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At like the half-yard line or something like that. Pizza Hut. I mean, Pizza Hut's not terrible. I mean, You know, I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, when they had that bacon cheese stuffed crust, oh, so good. You make it sound like acid reflux is the worst. I mean, it's annoying. That's what makes it so bad. Is it's just annoying. Oh, I mean, I love Domino's. I mean, I definitely do. Look, I got a Pizza Hut like right down my street, and I'd rather drive a half hour to go pick up Domino's. So that tells you something. But when Pizza Hut had that bacon cheese stuffed crust, dude, oh man, I was definitely getting that Pizza Hut, dude. That bacon cheese stuffed crust stuff was great. This Italian hates fake pizza. Wow. Well, what's your definition of real pizza then? You got to make it yourself, or there's like, you know, just a different place you would go? Because I don't believe, like, I'm just not like that big on trying to find new pizza places. Like I'm fine with just eating chain pizzas, if you will. How's your recent Bob Evans trips been? Oh, didn't I tell you guys? I posted some update. I posted an update on Discord on that one day, but so I updated my review last Friday while I was there by myself. So my mom was traveling out of the state. Oh, Dak's running. Oh, he's short of the end zone to the 1. Did he get the first though? Oh, he got the first. Oh, devastating at the 1. I don't know though. I feel like he was behind the line where he started his slide. But here's the thing. So yeah. So I went there on Friday. What the hell? Why is this guy in mark? See, he slid before. See, it's where it's where you start the slide. Technically, so he was down well before that marker. I don't know, man. But so on Friday when I was there, I revised my review because honestly, like, the last 2 times I was there, with or without my mom.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now.
She, our waitress, like Antoinette, she actually did really good. Oh, touchdown!
That ball is caught. It's Gallup, touchdown Cowboys. Michael Gallup, there to make.
Well, yeah, but he was already sliding though, like.
This game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out.
It's where the first body charge, but I feel like he was sliding like before the line of scrimmage. I don't know, or not the line of scrimmage, the first down marker still.
That one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Brett Maher on for the extra point.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, the first week we went there, like after the complaint, and I talked to the director of ops. Like everyone was like, we came in there, we were treated like royalty. Oh, how are you? How's your morning? You know, and then we go sit down. Oh, do you want coffee this morning? Okay, that's great. You know, and like everyone was like extremely friendly. Like it was almost like, is this like a dream or something? Like, is this, or are they just being fake? You know, I don't know. But then when I went there this past Friday, she was there. You know, of course she was there again, and so. She came and after I got sat down and was like, okay, do you want coffee? And I said, yeah, I want coffee. So she came and got me some coffee. And then she was like, oh, well, she's like, are you ready to order or are you waiting for her? And I was like, oh, no, she's not here this week. So I said, no, it's just me. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, she's like, I'm glad I asked then because I thought she would have been here. I know she usually is here with you. So. And then I was ordering food. Oh yeah. So then when I brought me my food, again, like the reason why I ordered scrambled eggs from Bob Evans all the time now is because I figured, how the hell can you screw up scrambled eggs? Well, guess what? This week they managed to find a way. I don't understand. How hard is it to cook a freaking egg? I have no idea. Like the egg inside was like gooey. I'm like, dude, that's not scrambled eggs. They're not supposed to be gooey. You don't put milk in them or anything to make them like runny or like anything like that. The egg was not completely cooked through. I'm like, how do you mess that up? Oh, first down. So, you know, I had to catch, you know, Antoinette, and I was like, you know, hey, I'm like, sorry I have to bring this up, but I'm like, look, if you look at the egg, look, it's like all runny and stuff inside. It's not even cooked all the way through. I'm like, is there any way I can give this back to you so you can like have them just like heat it through actually? And she's like, oh yeah, that's fine. She's like, let me grab you a plate so you can keep eating or whatever. So she came back, grabbed the plate, let me put the egg on there, and she's like, oh, I remember like the last week your mom had the steak that was undercooked really bad. And she's like, that was really bad. And she's like, you know, she's like, so that just, she's like, that was really bad. But yeah, this isn't good either. So, and I'm like, look, I know it's not your fault. You know, she's like, yeah, I don't cook the food. She's like, at least not here, I don't. She's like, at home. Well, that's a different story. But she's like, not here, I'm not the cook. I'm like, no, I get it. I'm like, it's not your fault. Because I just told her, and I just want to let her know, like, okay, I'm not going to like try to blame you for this too. I mean, the only things I ever pinned on her, I never pinned the quality of the food on her because she has nothing to do with that. You bet they were microwaved? Oh, hell no, dude. You see the guy back there putting the stuff on the damn fryers and stuff.
Now Jones off the bootleg.
They have like one of those Master Chef, you know, big, you know, what do they call them? Like the thing I got on my grill. A griddle, basically. You know, they have those kind of things. They're big griddles and stuff for that shiznit. But yeah, so, you know, she brought me back my eggs, and they were cooked through that time, and she's like, oh, you know, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. It's good. You're good. Damn. Short of the first. Yeah, so, I mean, after that, like, you know, she kept coming back asking for coffee, and you know, she just, you know, even when I was leaving, she was like, oh, you know, she's like, thanks for coming in, you know, have a great day. She almost looked like she went to like put her hand on my shoulder or like pat me on the back or something like that, like being like my friend or whatever all of a sudden. But you know, she was just really nice. I mean, that's the thing is that, you know, like I told my mom last week, I said, look, it's amazing what complaining can do sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? That may have saved her career here. Darrell, okay, first off, I've already shown that on one of my streams before, because how do you think I got all those diamonds? How do you think I got all those diamonds in the world the one time? You know, when Cam kept saying like, oh, you're duplicating, he said you're hacking or something like that. And I was saying, no, I'm not. That's why I didn't want him to come in my special room, because that's where I had in the walled off room with the obsidian, that room that has a duplicator in there in our world. So yes, and I showed people, oh, Prescott's in, oh, come on, how do you let him get out of there?
Scramble, and it's second down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into.
Oh, that's right. I know who that. Now I know who you are. I'm like, I had to think about that for a second.
And avoiding the big hit.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6.
But yeah, I already got it. Oh my gosh, they let him get that first. Damn, son. Jets might as well lose out. Why? Why do you want them to lose out, man?
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not, dude. That's not gonna happen. That would be the dumbest freaking idea in the world.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
The Browns already have their quarterback. They just need better coaching. They need coaching that's going to actually get the best out of the players they have, because they have good enough players. They have better than good enough players where execution shouldn't be an issue. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Browns. So I was going to say, like, it's like, bro, come on, man. Don't even go. Well, I don't know, dude. Like the Jets, I feel like they need some wide receivers, man. Like who they got? Like you don't even really know. Like honestly, other than Sam Darnold, like I don't know anyone from the Jets. Okay, you got Bell, but then like other than that, like you know, and then you got what the guy who used to play for Baltimore, the linebacker or whatever.
really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Do you think Baker's got a problem with OBJ? No, I don't. I don't have a problem with him, dude. Like, honestly, I would say that.
So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it.
I would say that considering like everything that's happened up to this point, that like the dude's been as professional as he can possibly get. Oh! I thought you were talking about me. Well, I don't know. I don't think so because I don't know. I mean, I don't think so because they seemed like they were pretty good friends like outside of football. Now again, like there is something to be said about. There's something to be said about, you can like people for who they are outside of work, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're great to work with. You know what I'm saying? So that's, that definitely is a thing for sure. Because, I've experienced that before at work. Like, you can know someone is a good person, like they're fun, you can talk to them, get along with them, but then when it comes to their quality of work or how they work, you're just like, this person sucks. So I don't know. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's an issue. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's the issue. I really don't know. I just think that, again, like I said, going into the season, the biggest issue is.
Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
The biggest issue is what I said was going to be coaching. Like that was going to be the not issue, but that was the biggest concern. That was the biggest unknown was going to be coaching. All right, this game may actually go into overtime. Well, maybe not. The Giants could actually squeak this out with a field goal. All right, so we got a minute left in the fourth quarter.
Before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
There's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one.
How are they not like running a hurry up or something? Wow, they are. Why? I don't understand how come AI hurry ups take 20 seconds, but like if you're playing the actual game, as long as you go hurry up, it only takes off 10. Jones looking, throws. Oh, what a catch! They're not exactly in field goal range, but they get the timeout. So all they need is like 5 yards to have a chance to win this game right now. Pass or smash, Donald Trump. Oh God. Wow, Marcus, please. I just really wish I could. They need to have a thing where like fans can just be involved in like their locker room and just do like fan pep talk or something like that.
Back to throw. Jones.
Jones looking. Oh no! Oh my God! The one thing you could not have happen. Down goes Jones. Down goes Jones. Now you need to get 13 yards.
DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
Oh my God.
As they'll stop it with a
What's
little
up,
over
Gamer?
30 ticks to go in the football
Gamer,
game.
you know what, bro?
Now following the sack,
Pass or smash, baby Marcus.
second down and 17.
Jones throws. Oh, he had a guy draped all over. Gets to the 35. Ooh.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts.
What did you do? I don't know.
Get it with 26 seconds
Hi.
to go in the football game.
When is the sub tournament? I don't know, dude. I don't know when we're doing one next just yet. I want to use a different format for the sub tournament.
25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their.
Oh shit, the Cowboys use the timeout? Oh, that's right, because it's 4th down. Oh my God. This game's actually going to go in overtime now. Can you still be a fat boy? Well, that's the thing. I think it may come down to
on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final.
the kick is up and wow, way short. Oh my God, yeah.
And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
I don't think that's gonna work that way though. Like, cause the next, like, I think the sub tournament I want to do is actual like.
2 out of 3, and this is not
one-on-one matchups, like people actually playing as teams matching up.
It's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, I mean, but the Cowboys have one timeout left, and they've got 18 seconds, and they're at their own 42. So they need to at least get. They need to at least get 10, 20, 30 yards at least to have a chance at making a successful field goal in this game.
At their own 42. Prescott.
Oh, catches it out of bounds too. Actually, that was a good play. Damn, but they're not really in sure field goal range just yet. Yeah, Amon, sure, you can be the entire offensive line for Cincinnati. Well, see, but like I said, the difference, though, is that I'm thinking that it needs to be like a head-to-head kind of thing where you actually play online against the person that you're supposed to be facing, so that way it's like it's actually in your control. A run. He gained 2 yards, so they're going to call their last timeout, maybe. 6, 5, 4, 3. They're going to call a timeout, right? 2 seconds left. All right, so they're going to try a field goal from the 33. Let's see if they can make it. It's possible, but usually anything beyond the 30 is not cake for Madden AI. So this may end up going into overtime. Missed field goal for a touchdown. Oh, Giants trying to ice the kicker.
50-yard kick for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. They'll spot it at the 40.
And no good. Wide right. It's overtime time. All right, let's skip that so we get to overtime.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now,
Donovan, wow. I mean, it had the distance almost. I feel like it had the distance, just not the accuracy.
Or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Vinatieri would have made that with laces forward. Oh, snap.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard
in his sleep.
New York set to take the field.
All right, so the Giants get the ball first.
Here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously,
again.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting
because they got the ball first to start the game too, so they got fortunate to get the ball again in the overtime.
Just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make
someone on their team must know to call tails at the coin toss.
Doing it best. No, they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. This is Barkley.
Oh, they face masked Barkley there, I think.
As well. I think this one's going
to man.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
That is definitely not true. Hasn't Trevor, I think, didn't Trevor Siemian win a game against the Patriots and Tom Brady? So as long as you're gonna, as long as you agree that any quarterback that's won a game against the Patriots is a GOAT, like, then sure, that's fine. Then basically it means nothing. So I mean,
really stymied their passing attempts.
That means nothing, dude. Sorry.
And for them to do
You're 2 years. He's 2 years into the league. You can't. You're not goading anyone. And besides, there is no goat except for farm animals, man. Those are only goats that are legit. Oh my gosh, overthrown again, dude. Come on.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Sorry, Brock Osweiler. Right. So Brock Osweiler is the GOAT.
So third down coming up. And Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident?
Oh my, oh shit, no, Jones fumbled the ball. Oh my God, down goes Jones, down goes Jones. Wow, he was trying to get it out, but his O-line just like caved in on him.
And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime so paramount.
It's not in field goal range. They're at the 37, so I mean they have to at least get 7 yards. Oh my God, we just got drilled.
It almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game.
That's all hypothetical at this point, too, dude.
Finish things off.
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here comes the first throw in OT.
Oh my gosh, caught out of bounds, complete. Damn.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Dude, I know, Raider. I'm just saying. Well, I mean, I think most like objective people know that. But if you're just like a fanboy, then that you kind of look past that. Because I like, yeah. So I mean, that makes sense. So I mean, Double Break's not gonna understand that because he's a fanboy. So fanboys can't look past like the good. They only look at the good. They don't look at the bad. You know, you don't weigh both sides evenly.
The place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as
you can be a good athlete, but that doesn't make you a good quarterback.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate.
Oh my gosh, that was almost picked off. Oh my God, they could have used that so bad because now the Cowboys can win this with the field goal right here. So EA's telling us that this could be a close thingamajig. No, how is Mahomes elite? This is his 3rd season and he only started 1. Or, well, this being his 2nd essentially, but you know, he only started 1 complete season. So I mean, for this being his 2nd actual season playing as a starter, no, you can't call that elite. That makes no sense. You don't become elite after a couple of seasons. You have to earn that. Just wow, man. Just wow. That's all I can say, bro.
Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder.
And the kick is up, and it's good.
The kick is good.
No, he's not. He's only started 2 seasons. He's only played a season and a half. Like, literally, he's only played a season and a half. He played some first games his rookie year. Remember, he wasn't a starter, and he didn't play that many. So, again, it's... No.
In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime.
See, you guys got to understand that a career spans more than what you can just do in the first like 5 years of your career.
Overtime. That it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about.
You know, you guys are living too much in the now and not like, well, let's wait and see where these people are like 10 years down the line. Are they even still playing football at that point? You know, or is Lamar Jackson dead because teams figured him out and all he can do is run the ball and then just gets crushed all the time and then he can't throw because his body's been destroyed. So I mean, essentially, we'll see the process take place. You know, you just got to give it time. So you know, I understand all the hoopla right now for certain quarterbacks, but again, like. You don't dictate, you know, their first couple of years of their career does not dictate or is necessarily saying like how the rest of their career is going to fare out. So why doesn't the number well, I just explained that. So I just elaborated on why that matters. Stats are one thing, but again, like you have to extend that over a period of time. You know, again, how you do in your first 3 years does not define your entire legacy as a player in the NFL. I mean, I think we should all know that by now. Again, if you've watched the NFL and you've followed football, you would know that. So I don't understand the question, Donovan. I wouldn't even want that. Well, I mean, to some extent, it's consistency. I mean, I think that's probably the big key is, you know, it's consistency. Like Peyton Manning, you can say that about because look, the dude constantly got his team to the playoffs. You know, yeah, you're not going to win the Super Bowl every single year, but I mean. He did good things for his team. You know, he was the one who like single-handedly like helped keep his team in games and stuff like that. So I mean, you know, but you can't say that about you can't even say that about Lamar Jackson right now just yet, because you got to remember that they did lose to the Browns, and so if the Browns are considered a bad team right now, they lost to the Browns. So no matter how good they are right now or how good they might look, they still lost to the Browns, and they still have to play the Browns again. So. Yeah, but Stafford's also been around for a lot longer too, though. So that's different. That's way different. Like I'm just saying, you can't judge people. You can't judge quarterbacks. Yes, Jerome. That's what I say. Any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday. Is Stafford elite? See, that's tough, man. I feel like no. I feel like, you know, they had the chance to do big things when he had Calvin Johnson out there. But then you got to consider, like, they've never really had a great running back. They've never really had a great running back in Detroit. They never really had a great defense in Detroit. Like, literally, they just had Matt Stafford and they had Calvin Johnson. That was, like, the biggest. And then a bunch of, like, several busted number one draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Like he's you know, Stafford's career was destroyed by the team. It's not his fault. Like he's at where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Like he can play well enough, but he doesn't have he doesn't have a great supporting cast of people. Like even when he had Golden Tate, you know, I thought they were pretty good too. But again, you need more than just one wide receiver on your team. You know, I don't know. You know, it's just and a better defense, a defense that can actually play defense, and an actual running back. You know, because like I said, for all the years Stafford's been on there, I mean, maybe they had like one guy show up like 1 year and then that's it. But it's like they've never had anyone consistent at running back. So I mean, imagine if you had Barry Sanders and Matt Stafford. You know, it's like that would be a completely different story for Detroit, in my opinion. But they don't. So I mean, it's like you can't. It's hard. You know, you can't just. The quarterback can't always do it all himself, nor should they be responsible to do so. Other team, you know, you have 11. You essentially have 52 men on a roster for a reason, right? You know, they all play a part somewhere along the way. And if each of them aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, then chances are you're not going to win. So. All right, guys. But anyway, so that's enough of my soapbox for today. So yeah, this is we're not going through stats like I said. That's pointless in 5-minute quarter games. So according to EA, they think Dallas is going to edge New York tonight. So we'll see if that is the case. Thanks for everyone who stopped by today, guys, to watch the stream. Appreciate it very much. Next stream tomorrow night, 7 p.m. We'll probably be doing Legos again because I still have a lot of that story to go through. I think, geez, we were like 5 chapters through that thing, or we just finished chapter 6 or something weird like that. I can't remember. I know we definitely got through 5 chapters, but Darrell, I had actually just recently renewed it. So I set it up this time around where I'm just renewing month to month. And so it requires me to actually go in and renew it. And I literally renewed it yesterday. I think it was. It was either yesterday or Saturday, one of the 2 days. So, well, yeah, it wasn't up for a little bit because I hadn't been on there in a while either. So, and then Preston and Marcus were like, hey, I can't get in. So, but yeah, so tomorrow night, yep, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm supposed to be going to PA tomorrow, and, you know, I'm hoping I should be able to be back in time to do that and all that stuff. So, look forward to that. But yeah, so, thanks again, dudes. Appreciate it. And until next time, guys, bye-bye. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot to pay out bets. Hang on, let me pay out bets real quick. There we go. There we go. Now we can bye-bye.